Hello, my wonderful people, your sisters, your aunties, your nieces, your mothers, your wife, all of it all. We encompass all of it all. So welcome to the program. As you can see, we're doing something different today. We are excited about what our ancestors did in terms of justice, which is what our topic is about today. So we wanted to start today a little bit differently by sharing this video about Igbo traditional justice system. Please, this video is also on our Facebook platform. Share this so that Ndocha ndị nwa sọ ha wetara ihe ọma will begin to get it through their brain that justice was already happening before they brought this one that is leaving us in a dire situation. So welcome. Please continue to share as we wait for the time for the program to officially start.
Long before law had books, before men wore robes and wigs, before the black robes and gavels of colonial courts found their place in society, the Igbo people of Nigeria had already established a profound.
Okay, let's see. Guys. See if you can put it up on your own side. I don't know why this happens every time.
Okay.
Long before law had books, before men wore robes and wigs, before the black robes and gavels of colonial courts found their place in society, the Igbo people of Nigeria had already established a profound and complex system of law. The traditional justice system known as Arlusi, rooted deeply in Igbo spirituality and ancestral authority. This was not merely a set of man-made rules, but a divine order that governed truth, morality, and communal harmony. This story is not just about law. It is about truth, about community, about the sacred balance between the seen and the unseen. Join us as we uncover what this system truly is. Its origins, its structure, its sacred rituals, and the spiritual logic that binds it all together. Discover how the Igbo justice system was designed not merely to punish, but to heal, to restore harmony, and to uphold the moral fabric of the people. Don't just watch, like, share your thoughts, and subscribe. Spread this truth. Let others feel it too. Arlusi, in the traditional Igbo worldview, is not merely a deity, but a sacred force, a living presence that governs specific aspects of life,
put it up on your own side?
Nature, and justice.
Each
Each community
so let me see what we
honors its own Arlusi, a spiritual manifestation.
I'll stop sharing because the way it's breaking is not making sense.
Yeah, so I think stop sharing, but play it. It will play out still.
No. I think watching the video, the visual, and the audio is fine. So see if you can.
No, because I'm still sharing the show. Let me do something. Let me do something. If it works, let me know. I think it will work. Just hold on. Get that. Please continue to share like and subscribe as we wait for our people to come. Can't find it.
What are we doing?
I'm trying to pull it up. I sent it, but it didn't go, so I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, it's come through.
Long before law had books, before men wore robes and wigs, before the black robes and gavels of colonial courts found their place in society, the Igbo people of Nigeria had already established a profound and complex system of law. The traditional justice system known as Arlusi, rooted deeply in Igbo spirituality and ancestral authority. This was not merely a set of man-made rules, but a divine order that governed truth, morality, and communal harmony. This story is not just about law. It is about truth, about community, about the sacred balance between the seen and the unseen. Join us as we uncover what this system truly is. Its origins, its structure, its sacred rituals, and the spiritual logic that binds it all together. Discover how the Igbo justice system was designed not merely to punish, but to heal, to restore harmony, and to uphold the moral fabric of the people. Don't just watch, like, share your thoughts, and subscribe. Spread this truth. Let others feel it too. Arlusi, in the traditional Igbo worldview, is not merely a deity, but a sacred force, a living presence that governs specific aspects of life, nature, and justice. Each community honors its own Arlusi, a spiritual manifestation of Chukwu, the divine source of all things, recognized and upheld by the people in a sacred space, the shrine. These forces are not appointed like envoys. They are expressions of divine order, channeled through nature, ancestors, and spiritual structure, ensuring harmony within the living world. More than a spiritual entity, Arlusi is the soul of Igbo traditional justice, a divine rhythm that underpins the ethics of everyday life, weaving harmony between spirit, community, and morality. It was not fear that held the people close to Arlusi, but reverence. a sacred intimacy that shaped how they spoke, how they kept their word, how they honored another's pain. Even in silence, it listened. Even in darkness, it watched. That is what made it sacred, not as a god to be appeased, but as a living truth, woven into the eternal covenant between man, neighbor, and spirit. The story of our Lucy begins in the sacred breath of creation. When the universe was young, and Chukwu, the infinite source of all things, breathed order into chaos, and purpose into all that would live. From this eternal source came the Arlusi, not merely spirits, but forces of divine intelligence, guardians of justice, stewards of the land, voices of fertility, healing, rain, and truth. They did not walk among men.
Do you know what apple cider vinegar does to your liver? Watch this.
All right, so some technical difficulty here.
Through dreams, omens, and the unseen fabric of life, each bore a name, each a sacred task. Yet all were bound by one law, to uphold balance. But our Lucy was more than force. It was presence. A shrine rooted in communal soil, always present. Not hidden, but standing openly, by the village square. Under the open sky or beside sacred trees. Within the watchful eyes of ancestors. And the curious gaze of children. It was there the spirit dwelled. And the people gathered. Not merely to pray, but to confront truth. These shrines were not symbols. They were living courts of the land, where oaths were sworn, where wrongs were unearthed, where harmony was restored. The Arlusi shrine held more than clay and carved wood. It cradled memory of taboos, rituals, covenants, and ancestral breath. Justice was not forged there. It was unveiled. A reflection of divine order, carried on chants, revealed through divination, spoken in dreams, and etched in silence. This Igbo justice system did not rest on rigid hierarchy, but on a sacred, functional order. Each role woven into the whole, from divine consultation to communal restoration. At its heart stood the Eze Arlusi, priest and mediator, the living bridge between deity and people. His shrine was court, his voice, divine channel. He led rituals, received confessions, and delivered judgments rooted in spiritual truth. Priesthood emerged in two ways. Sometimes it fell to the clan's eldest, closest to the ancestors, natural custodian of shrine and taboo. Other times, the deity chose its vessel through divination, one marked by vision or hidden gifts, then initiated and entrusted with sacred duty. Surrounding him stood the Dinze, titled elders, men whose lives embodied integrity. They served not in rivalry but in balance, ensuring the priest's judgments echoed spirit, not ego. They deliberated with care, guarded ancestral codes, and stood as witnesses to justice. Yet the true foundation of this system was the community, the people. Justice in Igbo life was never private. The people brought forth the case, witnessed the proceedings, upheld the verdict. Their presence ensured transparency. Their memory preserved accountability. This layered order, priest, elders, people, made justice sacred and legitimate. It was not imposed but discerned, debated, and delivered with spiritual care. Within this chain stood a vital figure, the Dibia Alpha. Without him, the will of the deity remained veiled. He was no mystic, but a called one, drawn by vision, restlessness, signs beyond the ordinary. Only after this spiritual awakening could he be guided by an elder Dibia, a seasoned keeper of mysteries, who trained him in the sacred discipline of Alpha, reading patterns, decoding signs, interpreting cosmic speech. His knowledge was not guesswork. but a sacred science, rooted in vision, tested through ritual, and refined by years of disciplined revelation. In matters of justice, his insight was crucial. He divined the unseen, while the priest delivered the seen. Together, they guarded the sacred flame of truth, order, and restoration. In a world where reality often wears a mask, the DB Alpha tears the veil. Through him, the divine speaks. And justice is not just served, but sanctified. Rituals are not mere appeasements. They are spiritual protocols, designed to clear Oshu and taboo, negative energies and sacred violations, that, left unaddressed, disturb the balance between body, spirit, and land. Each rite has purpose. Some cleanse, removing Oshu from the path. Some protect, shielding the community from ancestral backlash or unseen retaliation. Others restore, repairing breaches of taboo. Through divination-guided restitution, the DB Alpha plays a vital role, interpreting the Arlusi's will and prescribing offerings. A cock, a goat, cola nuts, palm oil, or sacred tools like chalk and camwood. Specificity matters. Each offense, each energy, each deity, each shrine, demands its own voice. Sacrifice is not to feed a hungry god, but to mend what has been torn. When animal blood is called for, it signals gravity. Justice summoned in full. Through ritual, justice breathes. Wrongdoing echoes beyond the human. But even there, redemption awaits.
Allison and Michael are busy people.
I'm doing it.
Sorry,
They've lived in their home for 10 years.
Not through concealment, but confession. Not through escape, but reparation. When a dispute arises or a crime is suspected, it is not hastily delivered into the hands of the priest or brought before the Arlusi. It must first pass through the people, through channels of communal accountability, dialogue, mediation, and elder council. Only when these human avenues are exhausted, or when the matter is too spiritually weighty, is it carried into the sacred. Murder, theft, oath-breaking, or misfortunes that defy explanation, these belong to the divine tribunal. The process begins with solemn presentation. The complainant speaks not just to the people, but to the presence of the deity. Words are measured. Here, truth is not requested, it is required. To deceive in this sacred space is to betray not only men, but ancestors, earth, and gods. A lie spoken before the Arlusi is no mere offense, it is an invocation of unseen consequence. The accused must swear to honesty, calling the deity to witness and judge. What follows is investigation, both physical and spiritual. Elders probe motives and memory. The DB Alpha may be consulted to divine hidden truths, using sacred tools, cowries, seeds, ancestral symbols. Titled elders serve as moral compass. They challenge, they question, they guard the neutrality of the priest. Their role is not prosecution, but discernment. Their duty, to ensure that no hand bends the path of truth. Once truth is unearthed, through confession, evidence, or divination, the path forward reveals itself. It may lead to ritual cleansing, to restitution, or to public atonement. In grave cases, it may demand exile, or invite spiritual consequence. But always, the aim is restoration, not vengeance. The Arlusi seeks not to destroy, but to correct. It heals what is broken, and upholds Adonani, the moral rhythm of the land. Justice, in this world, is not a mere pronouncement. It is a sacred act. A weighing of transgression and consequence. In the presence of the divine. And when judgment is delivered, through the mouth of the priest, it is not the will of man, but the voice of the gods. In Igbo society, justice takes many forms. Cleansing rituals to wash spiritual stains. Restitution to restore broken communal ties. Sacrifices to repair what words alone cannot reach. But to lie in this sacred process is to summon judgment swift and unseen, not by man, but by the laws etched into spirit and soil. Falsehood sows misfortune, illness, failed harvests, unseen decay. Balance returns what was broken, quietly, persistently, until truth is restored. This is not punishment. It is spiritual correction, a ripple in the unseen, a healing through consequence. Now imagine, what if modern courtrooms worked this way? What if justice wasn't just about facts, but about truth? What if every lie told under oath summoned a force, not of law, but of balance? Justice, in its purest Igbo form, is not merely a verdict. It is a reckoning, a realignment of spirit, society, and soil. In today's world, do lies told in courtrooms truly go unpunished? What if the unseen realm still keeps score? Even when legal systems do not, what would justice look like? If spiritual balance, not just legal procedure, was the final measure. This is the sacred heartbeat of Igbo justice. A law not written in ink, but engraved into breath, land, and memory. Then the silence was shattered, crushed under colonial boots, echoing with the sharp cracks of guns and broken prayers. Robes of empire followed, British law, colonial decrees, Christian missions. The shrines were called evil, the priests, heathens. Arlusi was demonized, stripped of voice, its sacred grounds razed or hidden beneath fear. The people prosecuted, accused by laws not their own, caught between two worlds. Where once the Dibiafa whispered beneath the orji tree, divining truth through sacred tools. Now sat a judge, robed in black, dispensing verdicts behind iron bars and stone. The gavel replaced the gourd. The signature replaced the oath. The chants that once bound kin were silenced, rituals severed from meaning. They did not just lose a system. They lost a heartbeat. And yet, our Lucy did not die. It retreated, lingered, waited. In wind. In whispers. In the stubborn memory of the earth. Some shrines still stand, defiant. Some tibias still listen, resolute. And in many towns, when the court fails, the people return to the shrine. When confusion reigns, they consult the spirits, even after consulting the judge. The question now is not whether we choose one over the other, but whether we can weave both. Must justice choose between the gavel and the colonet? Must one die so the other may rule? Or can we forge a new path, where tradition holds memory, and modern law ensures fairness? Where priest and judge walk side by side. Let the dibia speak to the unseen. Let the courtroom serve the scene. Let ritual restore the soul. Let procedure guide the hand. Justice breathes fullest not in rejection, but in union. When law listens to lineage, and lineage learns from law, a new justice may rise, rooted, relevant, whole. Our Lucy is more than a spirit. It is memory. It is truth. It is a people refusing to forget who they are. And in the heart of tradition lies truth. And in truth, peace. What do you think? Can our Lucy and the modern court coexist? Drop your thoughts. Let's build a justice system that honors both spirit and structure, land and law. Subscribe for more stories of Igbo wisdom and tradition.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being today in our special edition today. We welcome Ijele Speaks. Welcome, everyone. Those that returning subscribers, those that anytime we open up, they're here with us. We welcome you. If you're seeing this show for the first time, please subscribe, like, and follow. Our target today is to help narrow down our differences, to embrace our reality in order to make accurate diagnosis of our problems, challenges, and desires. Excessive show of emotions and sentiments, though justified, but without accurate root cause analysis, has not helped us as a people trapped in this quagmire. We have argued and fought one another long enough. this has not helped us. Today's show is not about blame games, endless argumentation, pointing of accusing fingers, or people claiming rights. Rather, it is about seeking resolution, justice, restoration. So going forward, we are looking to completely embrace a workable solution. European tribes did this long time ago when they chose to end their intertribal wars and came up with United Kingdoms, different kinds of unions, while still respecting their diversity. So we want to end all wars and crises in Africa and Nigeria. We are choosing indigenous constitutional reconstruction against colonial balkanization and artificial boundaries. This, we believe, will bring justice to all aggrieved parties and neighbors, and will give us a long-lasting peace. So, my brother Ijele Speaks, you're welcome. We appreciate your time, making it possible to be here to talk to our people for this all-important conversation. My sister Monachi, of course, my name is Ekwi, and I allow my sister Monachi to guide us. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, Brother Ijele. You're looking handsome as ever. Look like you just arrived from heaven, like in the Moses, you know. We are really, really happy to have you here. We are definitely looking forward to a fruitful conversation that can direct our people to the path where they need to go. So welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. So we'll kick off. We know we've been spending a lot of time behind the background. So we'll go ahead and kick off with our first question, and I'll allow my sister to go with that. Or maybe why don't we have you introduce yourself for us? Because we don't always do a good job with introducing people. So go ahead, give us a little bit of.
Okay. Hopefully, everyone would hear me very well because the connection here is not relatively poor. It's very poor, and the other phone just froze. While if you see, I joined with this one first, and it's frozen. The connection there is much better, but for whatever reason, the phone just froze. Thankfully, I have an alternative to go with. My name is Chukwuka Ofebu. I'm known as Ijele Speaks, as you can see on the screen. I am from Umuduru Amandoba in the East local government area of Imo State. Hopefully this evening, those who want to learn will learn. Those who want to argue objectively would argue objectively. And yeah, of course, there are those that no matter how closely you bring them to the truth or you push the truth to them, they will never learn. And I don't know about my sister that said this is not a time for blame. This is the time for blame, if you ask me, because there is absolutely nothing that happened in the Southeast which led us to where we are today that people were not warned about. I, for one, I remember my warnings. If not anything, okay, let me start from the last 5 years. And I don't agree that it's not the time to argue. Now we must argue everything. I wouldn't mind suspending whatever I was doing. I was going to do after because I have like an hour here, but I wouldn't mind extending it if that's what it takes. Because if we've not debated to the bottom of the argument, tomorrow it will arise. If we did not apportion blame where necessary, tomorrow people will look at it and see there is no consequence. Oh, can you?
Yes.
Okay. They will know that there have been zero consequences for their actions. Then they would repeat it in how many lifetimes? In just 3 generations, we've repeated what led to the destruction of our land in the past. So if we are not willing to name anything and anyone, if you know where I heard, please mention mine. But wherever you are, if I have the information, I will back it up with facts. I'm going to do it. So this evening, we are not personally. I'm not here to beg anybody to turn off their emotions. If you still want to carry your emotions, it's your business. Those that refuse to think in the past and relied on emotions, we see where they are today. So we are not going to make apologies for not giving a damn about anyone's feelings, because the truth knows nothing about feelings. It's about the truth, it's about the facts. And if it wasn't for the precarious situation we are in right now in the Southeast, in big problem we found ourselves in, we can afford to say, oh, let's not blame anyone, but every Tom, Dick, and Harry responsible for this must be blamed, and anyone who doesn't want to accept the truth because he can't get out of his or her emotions, well, it's their business. Thank you so much, my sister. I'm ready for the question.
Thank you for the introduction and kind of telling our people what they're aimed for. Yeah, absolutely. We're not saying we're not going to hold people accountable or blame people when we need to. We're saying today's show, today, because if we start argument, we've seen other interviews where people call in, and that statement was mainly for our people. When people call in and we endlessly argue and we never agree on anything.
No, we'll never let that happen. Anybody that wants to argue endlessly, you just drop the person. It's very simple.
All right. So we'll continue to teach our people and enlighten them so that we'll know what it is. So a few days ago, an incident happened. We saw a video of a young lady, a passenger of Airborne Air, Miss Comfort Emerson. We saw that video go viral, and before we could blink our eyes, she was already inside Kirikiri prison. And we're like, just like that? The justice has already happened, and everything has finished sharp, and she's inside Kirikiri. So this reminded us of the recent detention that they just released you from. So please, my brother Ijele, can you recount your personal journey through injustice in Nigeria? Thank you.
Okay, I think these are apples and oranges. These are two different things. Because one, you are talking about violation of a law on one side, and the other was zero violation of the law. Because till now, there is no charge the brother has not been struck out. The only one remaining is the false accusation where Ebukobi and his people said that I threatened to fire him, which I never did. In fact, I played one of the videos where they copied it from. So these are two different things. On the other one, please, if anytime you want to buy an air ticket, read what's written there. And this is just the same old maritime rules before you get into a ship back in the day. Everybody, no matter who you are, leader, president, or whatever, you need to subject yourself to the authority of the captain and the crew. That girl was asked to turn off her phone. In fact, I always get infuriated whenever people want you to remind them that they should turn off their phones for safety's sake. It is greed, because you don't care about people. You have no feelings about the safety of everyone else. How many seconds would you turn that phone off? The moment the plane gains altitude, you can turn off your phone. You can turn it back on. Very simple.
Sorry.
What's difficult in that?
Sorry, so my brother Ijele. I don't want us to go into that particular. I just made reference. Please. Sorry, hold on.
I'm coming. No, that's what I'm telling you. That.
Hold on now. Hold on.
I'm coming to.
Hold on. I don't want us to go there. We're only looking at the speed of the justice. So because the
That's what
title,
I'm coming.
look at the
I'm coming.
title.
That's what I'm coming to. Let me land first, please. Let me land.
Okay.
Then you violated that law. If actually we are talking about speedy justice, that
See
is
why I don't
example
want
of
that
speedy
case
justice.
is in the courts. I don't want us to
I'm coming.
violate
No,
any
no,
of
no,
it.
no, no, no. Listen, see how it happens here. Wait, please. When it is about a criminal matter, by law, the judge can remand you. This is Nigerian law, I'm telling you. It's a system I went through. By law, once you are before a judge, the judge has the right to remand, provided the case has come before his table. And it is a criminal case. You are charged for assault. Now, if there was like delay in granting her bail or every other thing, that's where we will discuss the issue. That's the point I'm trying to make for you. You violated the law of an agreement you signed when you brought the ticket, and the judge say, take her there. Now, I would want the same speed for everyone else in Nigeria. Be you a politician, be you a pastor,
Exactly.
because we've seen a pastor, Amos Issa, he is back dancing in his church now.
Exactly.
After what he did to a 14-year-old girl. That is the scope of the argument that will suffice on this case. Then on my own side, it is the people that, and when you blame, when we want to throw blames at Nigeria, is because we throw it out of ignorance of how the power structure in Nigeria works. You've not seen me blame the Nigerian judiciary for what I went through. And I have no cause to blame them. I would only blame them at the end of this case, and each and every one of those people responsible have not been punished. Those that could be punished is judiciary, like the police, Ebukobi and his Zion business used against me. Many of them have been sacked. The rest, I don't even want to start any procedure yet because I want them to bear witness. In this case, then afterwards, we can discuss. And it happened that I received an invitation to come to the police. I was not under any obligation to go answer them, but knowing that I broke no law and I knew exactly what was there at play, I went there to answer them. I've told the story multiple times. People can check many of the places, and because if I start the story, how it happened and everything, 2 hours, we are not going to live here. But with all their 419, the bottom line is the people that did this are Ndi Igbo, the politicians from the Southeast, the church establishment of the Southeast, and those that they have in their ministries. They've hijacked every power structure. We are talking about regional government, but actual power in Nigeria has been separated by regions. Do you know how many people that would have jumped into this case, but they were all saying, oh, it's Igbo versus Igbo, this and that? It's because our people don't understand the division that is currently existing in Nigeria and how those at the helm of affairs are seeing things. Your politicians, your pastors, your priests, all of these people, they are aware of what's going on. That's why they all join together. During elections, they will not bother to come meet you at your cooperatives, at your marketplaces. The marketplace is just for show. Other than that, they just need to meet with your PGs and the church leaders. They know these are two places they will gather you. How many civic centers are working? No, it's just your town union PGs that they'll gather. And these are the same people that gather to do this. That's why you don't hear me blaming the judiciary. In fact, it's because of the Nigeria judicial system that I'm free. If not for the intervention of the Attorney General of the Federation, the lies they told and everything, the same Nnamdi Kanu lies, was what a case they started in the name of two pastors. Of course, they told so many politicians to bring their petitions. Many of them refused. Some wrote, and at the time they will do, like somebody like Ifeanyi Ibezi or Ifeanyi Ibezi. Now you see how the web is working. The problem facing, number one problem facing us in Nigeria as Ndi Igbo is coming from within. until we start reasoning this way, until we start realizing that as it stands in Nigeria today, it is the umbrella of Nigeria that is protecting you and I from the people we call leaders, from the people we give blind allegiance to. If anything happens in Nigeria today and everybody say partition this country, of which Northerners have told them since 2023 that please demand this on the floor of the house, and no one has done it. If it happens today, believe me, you will ever regret it for the rest of your life. If it will ever be fixed, it will be your grandchildren's time. Not my time, not your time, not your children's time. So this is where this injustice we are talking about, when we say using state power, corruption, what is its nature? Can you even define it first? It's because we've not defined it yet that so many people believe that the biggest threat to our freedom is coming from outside. The biggest threat to our safety is coming from outside. The biggest threat to our development is coming from outside. And I guarantee with my life that every single one of the things I apply now, all of them are being hampered by people from our region, people that bear the same name as us, speak the same language as us. That is the problem we have in Nigeria. Up until when we will come to that realization, when the majority of the masses we wake up to that call and the call going on, which is beating you with a federal mask. They are the ones wearing those masks. Check from the police prosecutor, Opio Ejiofor, brother to Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Check the DIG they are bragging with. I know him very well. And I make good to say that he will never become the Inspector General of Police.
So
Yeah, he is in line. I don't know if he's directly next, but within there, but I guarantee you, he will never be that. It will never happen. The injustice I went through, every single office was manned by an Igbo man or woman. Other than the magistrate, one magistrate, Iyana, that they use, who is from Benue State, and a known pastor RNG magistrate. I'm saying it openly. He knows what's at stake. And they now say he has retired, but it's not over. We still have to go through the NJC. We can, retiring does not save him from that. Who is the next person? Chuama Mawachi.
Okay, so
You are there supporting your own people to be at top positions, not knowing that they are putting those people there to oppress you, because there is nobody outside of Igbo land they will do that to. And their people will keep quiet. It
right,
will never happen. So this is the nature of the problem.
but there's a system that is supporting that nonsense, right? So it's just like here in America, where the system has been structured in such a way that the person that created that structure doesn't have to be there for the evil to happen. So even in their absence, because of the structural racism in terms of America that is already set up, the colonial masters do not have to be standing there for it to happen. The same way these structures are being set in that you don't want to acknowledge, there are people, our people like to subjugate each other. That's what they do. We know that. But how now would you blame just one group of people for a problem that was systematically set?
Okay, like I told you, can you name me anywhere in Nigeria where state power apparatus is being used against people from a particular region and by the particular region more than any Igbo? I can give you 20 names at Ikoyi. Wait, hold on. I came from prison, so you are not going to tell me what I witnessed. Every single person, please, every single person that was unjustly put there by their people, 90% are Igbo. I'm giving you the data. This is raw data I'm giving to you. It's not about how you feel or how you understand your own reality. This is about figures. The bottom line of everything, see, the bottom line of this is you check the prisoners. What brought them, who brought them, how it happened. And I'm telling you.
So
what, please, hold on, please, I'm coming. The Hausas, please. Hausas are more than us in states. They are more than us in number, but you don't hear this. They are not seeing this. They don't have this problem. Understand what I'm telling you?
No, wait,
That
no,
this
we're not
problem. What?
misunderstanding you. Yes,
Please, please
this
see
is
you. I'm not
experience.
sure, because if you are, you will not be interrupting me, please.
No, listen,
And I've not landed this point.
So
Wait, I've not landed this point.
we need you to land it, because like
That is what I'm trying to give to you now. Please, you don't tell me how to answer. Let me finish
no,
my
we're not
answer. None
telling
of
you.
answers will
No,
take more than 3, 4,
hold
5
on.
minutes.
Because of time.
Please.
Hold on. No, we
No,
know
it's
how.
because I know it's because of time, but if we have to answer only 2 questions and finish, it is better than going through 10 questions and not landing any one of them.
Okay.
I'm trying to give you from your backup question. I'm trying to go to figures. I'm not done with figures yet. The Hausas are more than you in population. They are more than you in land mass. Yet you hardly see any of them in prison suffering this. So you don't call it a general Nigerian problem. The other people also have power in Nigeria. They are not doing this. Even if you see it, it's minimal. And I'm telling you, it is more prevalent in the Southeast.
So is it okay for us to
information? I'm giving you names of people. Are you talking about? Okay, check how many pastors. So I'm coming. Check. You are not understanding me, please.
No, wait.
And we don't need to debate this. We let the people. We let the audience decide whether they're understanding it or not.
My brother Ijele, hold on. I gave a disclaimer at the beginning of this. We know you are hot. Everybody is hot. So many emotions flying here and there. But the thing
no,
is,
it's not emotions. No, you are not getting it. You don't seem to get it.
Hold on, my brother. We want, because our audience here, the way we do on our platform is that we measure point by point, so that the people we are talking to, we told you that this is educative platform. The essence of this platform is to enlighten and teach. So we do it sequence by sequence. There are some other platforms where people could go and then just talk. And at the end of the day, they share it. It's just for content creation. But on this platform, we have a campaign that we are running.
Wait, you think I'm here for content creation, or you think what I'm doing for content? Like, I don't know what's bringing this reference. Please, if we are going to be going this back and forth this way, let me know.
Not back and forth. Hold on. I'm explaining to you that we want you to go it step by step, so that our people that you are talking to, we understand. Then at the end of the day, we know where we are arriving. That's all we are saying. So from time to time, we will redirect you, so that the thing we are trying to pass to our people, they will get it. That's our point. The message you have, we want to package it in such a way that people will understand it. And then we move from there. Do you understand what we're saying? Do I agree? Do I agree that it's important for us to package our message?
If I'm not speaking for people to understand, why am I even wasting my time? I'm passing the message. The problem, the problem I'm noticing here. Please, 1 minute. I'll be following your plan. You are talking more than your guest. You invited me here. I've been watching you people, and this idea that problem that we all are seeing, that this particular thing is peculiar. Every class, every facet of our society, we find out that this thing, the people doing it are predominantly from this place. But when we want to discuss it,
so
we discuss it as a general Nigerian problem. And I'm trying to make it known to you that so many people, especially people from outside of the Southeast, most of them are still horrified by this, because it has not even gotten into their consciousness. They don't even know what is happening in the so-called judicial system in the Southeast, of which, if you are talking about the injustices people are reporting online, go check where it's coming from. The judicial system in the North, go check it. There is a reason none of them wants to practice law. In the North, they can't thrive over there because you have a healthy level of transparency more than anywhere in the South. Ask any single person that has a case in Nigeria, they will tell you that they prefer another judge. That is what I'm trying to explain to you, because your question was directed at me. And what happened? That's what I'm trying to make you find out now. When you are talking about something like election malpractice, yes, this is a general Nigerian problem. But when you are talking about using judiciary against the people, especially when they think they have the power over you, what did they do in my own? They went to the presidency, lied that I was an IPOB member, that I was this, I was a human trafficker. Every line Nnamdi Kanu told was what they told there. Why would they do that? Is for every non-Igbo to withdraw themselves, because people don't pay attention to what's happening in the South. They don't even know that those are lies. So when those people withdrew, they were able to do what they did. Now, see the trick. The moment those people found out they lied, they came out, they became powerless. And these are the people we look up to as our representatives in Nigeria. That's why I'm telling you, this is what they did in my own case. Then on general issues, yes, we blame people. Police Roger is general Nigerian problem. Bribery in offices is general Nigerian problem. But I am telling you, on this my case and other cases related to it, it is our people. Then you can't south. Then you go to southwest before north central. This is how it is in Nigeria. I don't know if I answered it the way you want, but you can move to the next question.
No, you did, because like we said, we are talking about injustice in Nigeria. So if Igbo is inside Nigeria and there's injustice that is peculiar in that region, it's still inside Nigeria. So you answer the question, because you're saying that the people that were against you they use the Igbo politicians using using judiciary, Nigeria judiciary, Igbo church, IPOB, Igbo. So Igbo people using government instruments against another Igbo person. Is that not what you said? Right, my brother?
And before I said that, I told you again that many people do not understand how the power structure works in Nigeria, because whenever they give an ethnic coloration to an issue, in Abuja, nobody cares. They will say, oh, let them go and settle it. This is the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, that's okay, because it's your experience, and today it's your journey. We are following you with your journey. The aim is for us to see, okay, this is where the problem is, and this is how we'll fix it. And we appreciate your being here. And I tell you, our people will understand better what is being said. So we go to the next question. In the break of this week, the Canadian federal government labeled APC and PDP terrorist organizations. They call them that terrorist organizations, just like the way the world labeled IPOB terrorist organization. And then Trump administration also recently condemned in strong terms the ongoing horrific and widespread Christian and ethno-religious killings in Nigeria, and promised to take action. So our own concern is this. Is this not state failure for a foreign government to be the one to tell us to take action, that there's need for us to take action against something horrific going on in our land? The massacre in Middle Belt, Plateau, Benue, every day, on daily basis, people are dying. Northeast, Northwest, it's all over, it's widespread, it's nation. The people outside Nigeria are talking. Is it not state failure? What do you think? Is it a state failure that we are not able to protect our people, security-wise and
Okay.
otherwise? What's going on in your own view?
Yeah. Okay. I will tell you this. It is societal failure, more societal failure than state failure. And for them to be saying that thing is more of interference than logical, objective analysis. I refuse to take lecture on morality from people that are funding the genocide in Palestine. I refuse to be lectured by the people that have led millions of people, men, youth, to their unnecessary fighting in Ukraine. I refuse to be lectured by the people who have the greatest economic interest to have a destabilized Nigeria. I refuse to take lecture from a people under whose military alliance, NATO, guns are being shipped to West Africa. Those guns those people are carrying, are they manufactured in Western countries or in Africa? That is number one question you should ask yourself. Remember the first gaslighting they were giving us in the late 90s. Oh, Islamic fundamentalists, they are coming to establish Islam. In Nigeria, majority of the victims of Boko Haram are Northerners and Muslims. They go to Borno State, wipe out a whole village, and this is a village where you have 99.9% Muslim. Does it make sense when you hear them telling you that these people, they don't know Nigeria more than those of us that live here? They don't know our security more than those of us that are bearing the brunt. I'm happy you mentioned Benue. For the past 1 month plus, Benue has been relatively calm. So many arrests have been made. How many of the people that shouted those herdsmen this, herdsmen that, have managed to give you the names of all the suspects arrested so far? Most of them are Ibira boys. Even though many of them are Muslims, but they are not Fulani, they are Ibira. Go to Jatoka. It's a town in Benue State, very close to Nigeria. See the activities that are happening there. This is a place we used to go and buy all those small cows, short cows. We call Efibo. Most of them are coming from Benue State. We don't even have them anymore in our land again because we abandoned farming. People don't go there anymore. Go check why Efibo is very expensive, but they will not tell you that it's because of the resources they are mining over there that those things are happening. Remember, the former governor of that state told you he ran on foot against away from herdsmen on foot. No DSS details, no police details, and all of us kept quiet. The Owo massacre in Ondo State, why did they stop talking about it? Have they not arrested the people that did? Once again,
So
they
you
are
mean
mostly
Governor Tom lied?
boys.
Do you mean Governor Tom
He
lied?
lied.
It was Fulani
Do
herdsmen.
you believe? Wait. Look at Otom. Hold on. Look at Otom. Look at his size. Look at his stomach. You believe that this man outran armed men for hundreds of kilometers?
So you mean like
you
Chibok girls, that is a lie, like he was
No.
Fulani?
Why would somebody call Chibo guess a lie? You saw every attack, saw everything. A governor is please, Monati. Sorry, please.
Equi, yes.
Are you telling me that you actually believe that a governor left the government house without police details and DSS details and went into a farm? You actually believe it?
I'm not able to
This is the problem with our Nigerian people. It's because, listen, see, it is insulting. It is insulting to believe that a serving governor in Nigeria went into a bush, only him, without DSS, without police. Who are you telling that? That did not even teach people anything. I'm asking you again, all the people arrested so far in Benue State, what is their ethnic compositions? Because the problem is this: an attack will happen. You will hear noise, oh, Fulani herdsmen, and now they will use bandits, knowing well that it's pejorative for Fulani in the minds of many Nigerians. Then when they will be arrested, you will not see any of them posting it, unless you go to the Army website, Army Facebook account, Army Twitter account, or sometimes police will post it, but it's mostly the Army that posts these things. You don't hear them do all these things. They will now take an event, maybe go to Plateau State. The war between herders and farmers in Plateau State, some of those wars are lasted for 600 years. It did not start today,
and the military can still not stop it after 600 years. You think it's society
see
of
what
failure,
you don't understand.
failure?
See what you don't understand in Nigeria now. You say it is government failure. I'm telling you, it's societal failure.
So if it's
most of all this,
hold on.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you now. Let me explain it to you.
Terrorism.
My sister, I'm the one that said it. Let me explain what I said.
Okay,
I'm the one that made the comment.
Okay, please.
Let me explain it.
Okay.
If it was a kind of, oh, the government, this thing is happening, government is not sending people to go there, go after them, you will not, you will blame the government. But see how it is a societal failure. Every single place you hear they are saying Boko Haram ISWAP attacks is filled with mineral resources they are mining. And I'm telling you, if the people from that place, yes,
who is mining? Sorry, who is
that is why I'm going. This is where.
Okay,
Let me land the night. This is the same thing I'm trying to say, please.
Okay.
And those mining sites, if the people, the biggest beneficiaries of those illegal minings, are not from that place, believe me, you will not put any machine there and mine for 24 hours. Every single place you go, it is either the traditional rulers, the big men over there. There are men that are so wealthy, they don't even bother themselves running for office in Nigeria. Where do you think the money is coming from?
So Nigeria cannot stop these people. Nigerian government cannot stop these individuals.
This is where I'm coming. This is where I'm coming.
Okay.
You are the president. You give order to your chief of defense staff. He gives order to the military, the branch of the military, let's say army. Now, the commander that will go there probably has been compromised. And mind you, it is not going to the pocket of the president. They will go there, just like in the Niger Delta region, where they are drilling oil. Some people say, oh, oil bunkering has reduced. No, it did not reduce. Everybody get their own percentage. Provided everybody is getting their own share, it will keep on happening. The same thing over there. The police you send there to go on the road and do that thing, he is collecting his bribe and waving those trucks to pass. The civil defense that they are putting in the bushes are a part of the business. You see that this is a fundamental societal problem. It is not about government, because those people that are benefiting from that the most, more than everyone else, that don't even mind wiping out their own communities to mind what is there, they are not in government. So this is a societal problem. It's greed. It's the insatiable nature of man towards material wealth. So when we start shouting only government, the main people within this thing, they don't even want to bother themselves getting insulted on newspaper. These are people that will close their eyes. 2 months money they are getting will fund anybody successfully to become a governor.
So when my brother, when we talk of government, it's like we are misunderstanding what government is and the responsibility of government. That government is made up of institutions, and then they have responsibilities and they have to be held accountable. And when we are saying that police has failed, military has failed, these are institutions of government. We're saying they failed. So it's like you're confirming state failure rather than societal failure.
Not just, that's what I'm telling you. State failure is the narrow and the easiest answer. But I'm telling you, it is a societal failure.
So you know, when you make laws, you implement laws. Right?
My sister, law is just something written on paper. Law is just, without implementation and the right people to implement laws, no law is worth the paper is written on.
Exactly.
You can make laws from now. You can make laws from now till tomorrow, until you have put in place people that will look at this and say, oh no, this is the right thing to do. I don't care. That Amos Issa that came out, you think the family of that girl did not compromise and he came out? Now you are going to blame only government for that? No, blame those people, because definitely more likely than not that they paid them, because you don't hear the father speaking anymore.
Let me ask something real quick, because this is why we're where we are. How did the president say it? We're here. Where I come from, when you are leading, you are in charge of everybody. So when anything fails, you are the failure, because you're supposed to be in charge. So I'm not sure how you're trying to separate what's currently going on to what is society. This is the same society they can tell when they're going to change dollar to naira, or you can't go here, you can't go. But when it comes to protecting our people, then you turn around and blame everybody else. Of course, there is a role that our people are playing to make this happen. But somebody was kept in charge, and somebody is making a lot of money being in charge of all of this mess. So I don't understand how you're trying to excuse that. It doesn't make sense to me.
Sorry, did you understand the caveat? Because we're trying to, like we said, it's frozen. You know, our people, remember, this is a community of truth, and we will read your comments. Please keep.
It's not frozen. I was just listening to her. Like I told you, this is the easy way. This is the easy answer. But I'm telling you how Nigeria works and what the problem is, of which with the right sensitization, this thing, see, nobody in power does anything good for the masses. This is the delusion of democracy. Maybe we need to go study where this democracy started from and understand why people like Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle kicked against it. All of these things you are seeing, if you have actually studied a society built around this thing we call democracy, you find out that this is what it is like. This mob rule that you call democracy, this is what it's like, and everyone will be blaming one is here.
So
it's easy to say that. That's what I'm telling you. But on implication,
has failed in Nigeria. Are you saying that democracy has failed in Nigeria?
Are you not seeing it? Which one are you? We don't even have the society vibrant enough to even practice it. What they are writing, what they are saying, what they call democracy. Look at the society we have in Nigeria. Who even believe it? Even those in power, they don't even believe it. They don't even believe it. It is ruled through institutions. Balkanize the country, balkanize the power, apportion it to themselves, and give it a fake coverage of democracy. This is what we have almost everywhere around the world, including the USA.
Okay.
Including
so we're agreeing on something. So we're agreeing that democracy being practiced in Nigeria is fake, is a scam.
Total failure.
Total failure.
It is total failure. Anybody disputing it is lying to himself.
Exactly. Because like I told you, we told you at the beginning of this that we agree on something. Because from where we come, which is Igbo is more of a liberal place where, like Republicans, we have opinions, but we don't fight ourselves. That's what is happening currently is baffling us, because this is not who we are. We are from a place where you will give your view, I will give my view, we put it together. At the end of the day, superior argument will reign. This is what we are used to, which is taking us to the next question, because we saw Uche Mefo, which is Nnamdi Kanu's deputy. Recently, he did a video indicting Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, IPOB, and especially Igbo politicians, of course, with their Igbo church and Igbo religion, for the breakdown of security and law in Southeast, Igbo land in particular. Do you think Uche Mefo can be exonerated from all this mess that they created in Southeast? What do you think?
When I was living on the ignorance of what's happening in the Southeast, I would tell you that Uche Mefo shouldn't be exonerated. But looking back and checking the present on what's happening, we need every help we can get. And you don't know the impact it has on the minds of these brainwashed people. Hearing such a thing from someone like Uche Mefo, if that statement carries 50 kg of weight from me, when it's coming from Uche Mefo, in the ears of an average bingo, it's like 75 kg. Because this is somebody that saw Nnamdi Kanu up close. Someone that, and if you notice, he was put in the dark. In their leaked voice notes and conversations, You see what they call him, grandma. And why were they calling him grandma? They were using him up and down, just like so many other people that were that. Yes, they could name him grandma. So many other people that participated in this in the past. For instance, people from Osu Itopa, they allowed them, gave them a base in their land to thrive, do whatever they wanted to do. But the moment they realized what's going on, there's nobody fighting harder than them now to eradicate these people and make sure nothing like that has this ugly head in their place. And that thing coming from people, someone like Uche Mefo, I am telling you, he should not be condemned for it. And if it was in my hand, of course, he should be exonerated. Just that there are positions I wouldn't want to have somebody like him again, because there should be consequences for what happened. And ignorance, while it may be an excuse on certain aspects, on other aspects is definitely not. And if you say you want to condemn Uche Mefo for being within Nnamdi Kanu, you are just saying that, oh, you need to condemn someone like Dr. Clifford Irana, whom, if not for people like him, we would not know how evil, someone like me personally, would not have. Okay, I may later realize how evil he was and things he was doing, but he wouldn't have been with a better clarity as when I received certain information from Dr. Clifford Chukwemeka Iranya. So are you telling me now, like someone like Dr. Clifford Chukwemeka Iranya or Obido Bienu, you are going to condemn them after they've seen that this is not true? Most of them did not start following Biafra because of Nnamdi Kanu. No, they've been following it because this is what they were brought up with, and they believed what the criminal was doing. At the time when they realized that it was not, I'm sure Uche Mefo is not proud of the insult he insulted Dr. Clifford Chukwemeka Irana. He was acting out of ignorance, just like most of the people that were supporting Nnamdi Kanu at first acted out of ignorance. We should, right now, we should be apportioning blame, like I said. But there are people who I believe they are doing even more than enough to rectify the problems they helped create. Someone like Ikengu Ragu, are you telling me that Ikengu Ragu is not doing the Lord's work now? He is. These are the voices we need. These are the people that need encouragement. They will also help bring other people. There are many of them that are afraid. But when they see that we are supporting these people, we are, forgiveness is something I don't like per se. But there are on issues that you must compromise. You just definitely have to compromise. It's never my way or the highway every time. Life is more complicated than black and white. There are more colors in this world than black and white. So no issue should be seen from the prism of a black and white. Is either this or that? No. We need to apply nuance on issues like this, especially things that are existential to us as Ndibu. Age-old, multi-generational brainwash, multi-generational destruction that has beleaguered us for a long time. How many generations? This is the fourth generation now that is destroying. Now, if we keep going this way, that, oh, people like Uche Mefo, this and no, they should be encouraged. And it's up to them to help rectify the damage they caused. Ikengu Ragu said that these people took 10 years of his life and he's going to use 10 years to fight them. That 10 years of fighting he's devoting is his own type of penance. So I don't know if you get my...
Yeah. I like how you narrowed it down, because this is where we're going. We can't paint everyone with the same brush. We have to put the criminals in one side and then put the genuine people that came out because they wanted societal change. They saw what was going on in the society and said, we need to fix it. Unfortunately, Nnamdi Kanu's criminality brushed everybody inside. So going forward, our people, our community members, because this platform is for education, is for enlightenment. Going forward, we are going to be separating those that are funding terrorism in our land and those that are genuinely seeking genuine change. And for this change, it's going to be system change. It's going to be holistic change, and we're going to work together. So please be informed that this is where we're going. Because as we do that, form that consensus, the criminals will go out in one side. We see them because there are impurities in our land. What they did, shedding the blood of innocent, is abomination in Igbo land. What they did is abomination. And we know that at the end of this all, they will answer for their crime. Because no blood of an innocent Igbo person will go without justice. We will get justice for our people. And we are here to work together. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for breaking it down. We'll keep working together. My sister Monachi, you have something for our brother. Those that we call, please get ready to call. Send your text, comments, and everything. We are responding. Even if we don't respond after the show, we even continue to respond and answer you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Sisepi. So according to Martin Luther King Jr., injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is a powerful quote that emphasizes how acts of injustice in one single location can undermine the whole system. So has the Nigerian system failed us, brother? What do you think about the Igbo traditional justice system? Will it restore the excesses of political, traditional, and religious leaders in our land?
Thank you so much, my sister. Now, imagine all the energies we've wasted from 1999 till now. Imagine if we devoted just 3 years out of the 26 years to push for our own judicial system to be a part of our own laws. For instance, in the North, they have Sharia law. It is their religious judicial system, which has usurped their own cultural system. Most people from the North don't know any other culture other than Islamic culture, though there are people that still maintain their own cultures. Hausa or Fulani or Nupe, all of them. Those things you see are a kind of bringing their culture into their society in order to maintain their core values. Now, in the Southeast, we claim to be the smartest people, yet we've not done this. Why? Because we've not paid attention to things that matter. Instituting the Igbo traditional judicial system in our land will take care of these unnecessary intimidations, all these lies. You talk about election credibility. It is what we instituted, because the punishment there is swift. You are not going to wait for when you will go to a court where they will know the truth and be turning it upside down and say, oh, today we are going to adjourn the case for no just reason. Look at what's happening to Akwa. Now, whether he would have survived the Igbo justice system is up for debate. It's what the Omunna will have to debate in the market square, of which he wouldn't have grown as big as he got before they clipped him. Those people will not accept it, because our own system, in our own system, you don't need to go and waste all your resources. How many millions have I spent on this case, and I'm still going to spend more millions? It doesn't bother me, because I know I'm fighting a just cause, and it has at the very least, if nothing else, we've banned miracles in Nigeria since 2 months plus. Have you seen anyone telling you he healed anybody? It has never happened. At least that one, if it is what we accept, they can go and roll on the floor, roll on the mountain, fall off the mountain, If you see, they are not even sleeping on stones anymore. That alone is a win for me. But in our own traditional system, I don't need to spend millions in the court to prove it. You will have to come to the village square. Everybody will gather in the front of the elders. You are speaking for yourself. I am speaking for myself. If need be, you bring your own witness. I bring my own witness. Anybody that is lying, we know the punishment. And if it's something that warrants buying the person, we'll remove you. And it is that punishment, the retribution, our retribution system of judgment was the reason we had a very nice society where nobody wants. When you talk about in the Southeast of those days, say, oh, in the olden days, there was nothing like gates. There was nothing like fence. Yes, because if you commit an atrocity, you are going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hire a big son, Adhon and Khan. I know that judge. I know this other judge. Oh, carry I'm going this way. It is that place you did it. The people from that place, they own jurisdiction. Then they will check what the law. They don't even need to write it, and they will say, oh, in the wording, they said anybody that did this would be. And the would in the matter of law is not a definite sentence. It should have been shall. Now they will tell you that that person got off on technicality. Not as if he did not do that thing, but they will say he got out on technical grounds. In Igbo culture, going across technical ground, they better give now. Going across okay, imagine you have a system where they punished people for illegal harvesting of people's farms. You go and harvest, not that you just saw one thing and you go and took one yam to cook for your children. The punishment is that is different, but you go and finish someone's farm. You harvested it, go and sell it. In many places, they will pay you. Now, imagine what could have happened to the local government chairman that stole local government money. Imagine buying the first people that did it in 1999. Do you think any of these people will be running for office? They will be begging you to come and run. And if the local government is doing his job, the House of Reps member is doing his job, the senator is doing his job, the governor is doing his job, the judge is doing his job, the magistrate is doing his job, the police is doing his job. You have heaven. You have that paradise. Not this fairy tale. They are promising us. Now, things have gotten so bad. Things have gotten so bad that people think that having a functional society is a figment of people's imagination, and you don't blame them because nothing has worked. Now, who are the people that will push for it? It's you and I. How about we educate our people to the point we say, I don't care who you are, whether you are Peter Obi or you are Hope Uzodimma, if you are not supporting the institution of our law into this place, you are not going. Do you think if anyone kicks against Sharia law in the north, the person will win a single local government election? You will fail. You will fail. Why? It's the power of the masses. That is why that place is the only place they stone senators. They will even call you and tell you, Mokem, you see that Abuja way they continue to stay there when these 4 years finish. No, come here again. If you doubt it and come there, no matter the amount of security you bring home, they will deal with you. When was the last time you saw an ordinary protest in the Southeast? Because politically, they finished the minds of our people. What we are thinking is different. With the help we are seeking, we are always seeking for savior. We have never known for having somebody save us. We had a functional system. The system will keep everyone in check. It's not that nobody will rise against above the rest. You can, but it has to be on merit base. And if you see where classism is based on meritocracy, you don't see intimidation because any big man you see there is worth it. People that worked for their money, worked for their wealth, don't have time to go and intimidate ordinary people. No. It is people that got their money mostly through ill means that will do all these things. And there is no system in place to check them. What system do we have? The Northerners, they've solidified their system with what? Sharia. Now, why can't we do it? The same people who are going to be victim of that law, are they the ones that are going to pass it? No. And have you seen any government do anything out of their own volition? No, they are forced. Europeans you are seeing today is the European Spring of 1848 that gave us the Europe you see today. It's not even the Masonic revolutions in France they call the Enlightenment. No, it's the European Spring of 1948 that gave us this free Europe. We are relatively free because they are losing the rights again too. But you see the disparity in the two societies. They've done theirs. Now, why can't we do our own? That's why we need to start educating our people. When we talk about our tradition, it is not all these criminals that say, oh, bring goods, I will see future for you. They are the same thing with these pastors. It is teaching our people our real identity. This thing about kingship, we Igbo didn't have kings in the past. Let anybody show me any kingdom in the Southeast that is up to 1,000 years. It doesn't exist. This censorship and kingship we are seeing, Igboship, all those things came from slavery, and it's not mostly Oyibo slavery. It was the slavery that was going on in Africa even before the arrival of the Arabs and the Western colonial powers. It's been happening, and it was when these people created that thing, it now became a culture which we've incorporated into our system. That's why we need to differentiate between the culture and the tradition. Kingship, Igboship, all those things are cultures. And I believe we should do away with them. What has it given us? Nothing. Nothing. Look at an Igbo today. It's gone. And if we actually institute our tradition, there is nobody that knows the effect of real traditional institutions than these people that call themselves Igbo politicians, the pastor, the evangelist. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Our viewers, please remember that the number to call is +234 708 9605819. I'll take it again. +234 708 9605819. Call in. Don't call in to greet us. Don't call in to greet Ijele. You see the greeting. If you want to greet, type the greeting in the comment section. Call in. We want ideas because ideas rule the world. You see, we are narrowing down from where we started. We are coming down to where we are agreeing. Because as we agreed, like common sense, there are so many things that we sorted out just by common sense. We have agreed that the democracy that was brought to us is not working for us. So it's taking us back to what we call self-determination. Because when you say Sharia in the northern part, what they did was self-determination. Because I won't take the Igbo a traditional justice system and go and impose on Hausa man, or go to Yoruba land and impose it on them. That's trouble. That's colonization. That's annexation. But self-determination is you, according to your identity, according to your culture and your tradition, what works for you. Because we had these things before colonialism came. So in Igbo land, we put, this is our tradition, this is the way we do things. We put them together, they're organizing. We're talking about system change. And you can see that we are all saying the same thing. It's just that we need to calm down and listen to one another so that we understand that nobody is saying evil should reign. We are all saying that this thing that was brought to us is not working. We need a change. We are all saying we don't want people to keep duping our people in the name of religion, in the name of politics, in the name of even traditional leadership. Don't dupe us. I'll read what my brother Isi Momodi said. He said, the conscription of Igbo nation into Nigeria destroyed the values that held and advanced Igbo people. Igbo, like other nations, must reclaim their sovereignty, hijacked by Nigeria. That is not working. So the unitary Nigeria carried everybody, put them together, shake them together, and tied them.
And called it democracy.
And called it democracy. So, and we are saying that no, these ethnic nations were, they are there before the balkanization of 1884-85. The balkanization where they did not respect our boundaries, they did not respect our identity, they did not respect our values, our core value system, our tradition, our culture. They didn't recognize them. They just called everything darkness. Even our spirituality, they did not recognize. So now self-determination is, we are beginning to identify our spirituality, to say this is who we are and this is how we do the things that we do. And please join in the movement. Eat your culture, eat your identity. Let it, like Nindi Igbo, if you are Igbo, eat Nindi Igbo. Promote it, farm it, cultivate it from your village. Because all these idea, like in Nigeria, you have maybe only 7 modern cities, and everybody's going to Lagos, Abuja, leaving their villages, because that's the only place the system is creating modernization. Meanwhile, if we have self-determination, you will go to your village and build Lagos there, build Abuja there, build those things in your own villages. Have you seen? Everybody will be happy. Criminality will go down. Migration will go down. We will begin to have the type of environment that we want our people to have. Our brother Obi Ukwama said self-determination actually means independence. Yes, because nobody is allowed to impose their own ways on other people. What works for you and your people, build it up. Let it work for you. Then together we will collaborate. We were doing that before now. Our brother Sylvester Okonkwo said, plus the effects of civil war, most of our advanced men were killed. So we want to begin to restore our land, to rebuild. Terrible things happen to us, we know. But we are saying this is when to begin. Okay, go ahead, my brother.
The Civil War. I'm happy he mentioned it, and I keep saying it. You can't blame the Civil War without blaming Ojukwu. If for anything else, yes, there was high-handedness by the Nigerian soldiers, but the question is, were there off-ramps where our people could have had it better? You found out that there were many, and anybody who leads his people into an unwinnable war should never be forgiven. If the effect of that civil war, we go and check Enugu, 1956. Look at how the city is. Even to date, they've not restored that glory. Do you see how the streets were well paved? Everybody moving in line. Cars have their own lanes. Bicycles have their own lanes. You don't build things and extend your structure to the road. I have that video. I'm going to post it maybe tomorrow or sometime early next week. You find out that that war changed everything. Till now, we've not come back. Are we talking about, you are talking about prominent Igbo people. How about the future engineers that wasted their lives? You saw the videos and photos of little children, 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds, fixing tanks and taking them to the front and perishing there. Imagine children who could fix tanks at 14, what they could have done at 30. And after the war, what happened? The money for rebuilding of our place, the people they gave it to, what did they do with it? And that is the template these ones are still using till date. Hopefully one day we will go and do a thorough analysis, how do you call it, a post-mortem on that unrighteous war. That's what I call it. Check the man that started it was the same person that Agui Ironsi sent to arrest Isaac Adakaboro for doing the same thing he himself went and did the next year without any preparation. You had no allies, you had nothing, just propaganda. And check what Nnamdi Kanu did. The same thing. He copied everything, even to the speech pattern. Lies, 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 and lies. Our people were cut off from real information on what was going on. Those who knew what was going on disappeared from the place. They didn't send their children, sent people's children. Now, after 50 years that we started recovering, taking back our place in Nigeria, another one befell us.
Thank you so much.
When we talk about, and another thing is this, my sister, check, there is something peculiar with the migratory wave in Nigeria. Migration always happen. Influx of people happen in states where they are building their infrastructures. Do you notice that? Do you notice that when we were growing up, you had so many people from Akwa Ibom and Cross River streaming into Onitsha and Aba, most especially. You had them in Enugu, but not as much as you had them in Aba and Onitsha. By 2005, many of them started returning to their places. By 2010, Ndi Igbo started migrating. It was a reverse migration. We started migrating back to Cross River and Akwa Ibom states. By 2020, those who migrated, who we thought would come back, didn't come back, they settled. Those who didn't go are regretting not going. They are even going. 2025, check how many shops that left Aba and went to Uyo. Check how many that left Aba and went to Calabar. Onitsha too, the set to Onitsha is currently emptying into Asaba. Do you realize that the difference is those people are building their states, developing their infrastructures, that's why people are moving there. In our place, is the same. Imagine there is nowhere in Nigeria you have a concentration of high-rise buildings as much as you have them in Onitsha, Mbo, Obosi, Ogidi, now even Oba. Yet, in all these places, you don't see good roads in Ugwaba, in Awada, Obukodewa, and they don't forget that. All these places you see they are building, constructing new houses, extending Onitsha into Oba. Are you seeing even any government presence like adding schools or even repairing the existing ones, refurbishing them? It doesn't happen. If we cannot get these people to work for us right now, they are still getting their allocations. If we can't shut down our states and force these people to work for us, while in Nigeria where they have Abuja to be afraid of, what do you think we will do when you divide the place? What do you think will happen? And the one you think is a frog, he will come and become toad. Okay, look at the school Alex Otti said he built with 54 billion. Do you know the type of school 1 billion naira would build? And he said he built that thing about in 54 billion, and you are not allowed to critique him or his actions. Look at the industrial hub of Alibu. Why people are praising Oti now is because Oju Zokalu was useless, T.O.G. was more useless, Okeze Bazuna no go there. The original Ikegbo. Are you understanding why the migratory wave is that way? Is because our own people, Nigeria has failure in leadership. Fine, but you see the one in our south is Naira Sanana. Under Goodluck Jonathan, we could have built an Igbo to be more than the Southwest. Under Jonathan, all the juicy positions went to the Southeast. Go and check. When you saw the politicians hyping up our people to be attacking Buhari, then shouting up and down, no, it is not the frustration of the masses. It's the frustration of the politicians who never knew Jonathan would not win his second term. Look at all the positions they handled: aviation, finance, everything. Yet, what did we get out of it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Imagine Obiano happens to be the one that built Anambra Airport. Oyster Chidoka was aviation minister. Stella Odua was aviation minister. Kema Chikwe was aviation minister. Njoku was aviation minister. What did they do? Nothing.
So that's one
And
thing
now,
we have established.
in Nigeria, after
Mm.
removal of subsidy, every state gets like times 3.5 of what they used to get. Do you know any city in the Southeast that is thriving now because of that money that is coming? Why don't
So
we be different? Why don't we say, oh, we don't care if the minimum wage is 120,000 or 95,000. We are going to make sure our teachers are getting at least 200. How about
thank you.
agriculture? Where is the agricultural grant Buhari gave? 3 billion each person. How many people got it from the Southeast? Where are the farms? They can't show us one.
So what we
And our
understand.
people have not figured out that our problem
No,
is
we
coming
have.
mostly
We
from
have each other. What is going on back home is also going on here. It's a blueprint. It's like having black politicians here that doesn't do anything for black people. The same way we have Igbo politicians that doesn't do anything for Igbo people. So that one is understood. So what we are talking about
Are you
is
there?
that,
I can't hear you.
oh,
So
can you hear me now?
can you hear her now? Hello? So what she's saying,
Am I the only one not hearing?
I can hear you and I can hear both of you. Can you hear me? Ijele, can
I'm
you
not
hear
hearing
me?
anything. I'll leave and come back.
Okay, he said he can hear.
Okay, he said he's not hearing anything. Maybe network.
Right.
Yeah.
So our
Go ahead.
people, yes. So we anyway about to end. It looks like most of our people wanted to make their comments online, which we try to share today. So the most important thing is that we have to agree on something, and that's something that we agree on is that Nigeria is deeply broken. So the evidence is not just in the headlines or the social media. We see it in our homes, we see it in our villages, we see it on our streets. So it's in the lives of people cut short by insecurity, it's the dreams that were denied by corruption, and it's the silence of justice that never comes. But let us be clear on one thing. This is not just about bad governance or failed leadership. It is about a structural failure, a system that was designed from the start to fail the people while empowering the few. It's a system that is sustained by 1999 Ferdinand Constitution, which has imposed a forced union and shackled our indigenous nationalities under one failing state.
Yes.
So this is the human cost of colonial arrangement disguised as democracy. And I say this is not from theory, but rather is from personal pain and real life experiences. We have lived through injustice. We have witnessed the state turn it back on the people. But in our suffering, we are pushed to turn against one another, to blame ethnic groups, to accuse tribes, and to argue even about religion. This is a trap. This is by design. The colonial monsters, as we call them, created this whole system just for us to fight each other. Because if we never unite, we will never confront the root of the problem. So let's stop falling for this. It's time for us to stop blaming. It's time for real solution. And what is that real solution? The leaders has been working endlessly for us to come up with a movement, a structural, peaceful, and lawful strategy that can dismantle this well-known fraudulent 1999 Constitution and begin the process of decolonizing not just our minds, but everything else they have planted in our land. And most of all, to return power to the people and to restore dignity to our indigenous nationalities. So today we ask, how many more must die before we rise with one voice? How long will we take for a broken system that defines our destinies and doesn't yield any fruit? Let this be the moment where we stop begging for reform. Rather, let it start by us demanding for liberation. Let this be not the moment where we are not doing anything and praying, but rather we organize, educate, and mobilize powerfully. So join the movement, share the news or share the message, demand your right to self-determination. We are not powerless, we are not voiceless, we are not children of a lesser God. Rather, we are indigenous peoples of this land, and we deserve the right to choose how we live, who governs us, and what future we want for our children. So let the oppressors fear us, not because we are violent, but rather we are united, We are standing with the truth, and we are going to make this happen. So thank you, my brothers and sisters. I don't know if our brother has come on. Ijele, do you have a closing statement so that we can call this a day? Oh, Ijele, you're a native doctor. Okay, I need to put them all.
Yeah, thank you.
Any dream roots, some go for other things. So I will contact you on that.
You contact me on that one now. Yeah, no, but on a very serious note, if anybody has anyone in Nigeria that has a kidney disease or infection, get in touch. I will give you the treatment free of charge. Just teach others, let them learn. We are here to save lives, because saving lives is not just professing it. We need to act. We have to act it. You say it, you act it. On my closing remarks, see, my people, lies destroy our live. It's only truth that will heal it. If we don't accept our faults, our shortcomings, there is no way we would find help. If you have not diagnosed what you're suffering, you may end up finding yourself where you are looking for trial luck treatment. Our place, what is happening to us is not difficult. We need to redefine who we are as Ndibo. Currently, we are a people in steep mental decline. We are a people in steep political decline. We are people in steep spiritual decline. Very religious, zero spirituality. All of these things are antithetical to what our tradition stands for. We can decide to change our culture, but you see that tradition that made us who we are, it can never change. You can lie to yourself and pretend you can change it. That Ezioku bụ principle of Ezioku bụ ndụ, principle of Ofologu.
Yes.
Until we embrace them back, we are going nowhere. If we want to restore the glory of the past, we have to behave like the people of the past. Yep. How we talk, how we raise our children, how we behave, how we interact with each other. Stop looking for any savior somewhere. There is nobody who is coming to save you. It is a collective effort. When the minds are sharp, when the minds are trained the right way, we don't need to teach people certain things. There are some things that I even feel like I'm starting condescending teaching it to people. But you find out that many people don't even know it. Something you consider simple. Imagine how many years we waited trying to tell people that Buhari did not pass on and Nnamdi Kanu happened to be the only witness. Imagine how many years we used to tell people that a private business will not bring you independence, it will not bring you Biafra. Since someone like Tony Nnadi was considered Sabo, Efulefu, and the Ekperima himself happens to be the savior, you can't be singing praises of Ndioshi and expect to have a sane society. It is time for us to rethink all those things we were taught. It's time to do an appraisal on every single one of them. And whatever you are doing, nobody is giving you a clear answer. I'm hearing a noise.
Yeah, it's a call coming in.
Okay. Anybody that is not giving you sound answer with moral clarity, and try to bamboozle you or gaslight you with things like, oh, what you don't understand is bigger than you. It's a lie. How would it be bigger than you and it's not bigger than him that is telling you? Oh, you can't understand it. It's spiritual thing. Every didn't do. It didn't do Adamundo or bringing a spiritual thing, more other hotel. Kawara me confusion na my hotel here. We find out that they don't have any answer. And it's coming from all the people that we respect, all the institutions. The fake medical doctors, native doctors or juju people, they are not native doctors. Now we be native doctors. They say, oh, here more, na ị ga-eme ihe mmụọ, na ịma na ada akọwachara, o wee bụrụzie egwu nwa m ya. The pastor and the evangelist will tell you the things of the spirit. No, following the okay, no spirit. Able her spirit, now call them things of the spirit. Then explain yourself of man. So my people, we go to China, do not do oh. I appreciate it. We have to do it more often.
Yes, I believe so. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for our people. Thank you for staying
And
in.
I want to use this opportunity to thank our Oga, Chief Opala. I see your guy, thanks for making it possible. Dr. Clifford Chukwemekiro and Ekele my woman's regards to your family. Well done.
Dalu, thank you so much, our people. You see what we're saying, that the system we're operating right now has failed us. This colonial system, this neo-colonial project, it has to end. That is why on this platform, we campaign for truth, common sense. We might have our individual differences. Like when we talk about Ojukwu, some people say, oh, he did bad. Some people say he did bad. On this platform, Ojukwu remains our hero. But at the end of everything we are doing, we are agreeing that this system that was imposed on us, like my sister said, the 1999 unitary constitution, colonial, military, whoever that imposed it is wrong and is the foundation upon which our woes flow. So if we want to fix Nigeria, we will go back to the foundation and get... Somebody is calling. Do we take the call or do we let them go? Okay. Sorry, the show is about to finish. Can you call us next week, please? Okay.
We've been asking for people to call. The number has been ongoing. We have to
please.
some type of
Maybe you're seeing the show late, but please call next week. This show is every Saturday. We will take your call. We're about to close. Okay. Thank you. Yes, please. Next week call. It's the same time, 5:30 p.m. Thank you. So thank you, our people, for your responses, chat, and everything. And we'll continue to reply. We will reply your comment. This platform is where we reply every comment because we want to give voice to our people. We want our people to speak. The colonial monsters closed our mouth. That's why, like my brother was saying, they brought their fake religion, fake church, fake politics, fake system, things that do not work, and impose on us and say we must carry it. And this is why we're in this mess. So self-determination, you have to you. Like our brother, one of our comments said that Sharia and democracy cannot coexist. Sharia and constitutionalism cannot coexist. But we see it as their self-determination. So if we are going to be in a union and they say that is how they want to live, it will be amongst their people. We Ndi Igbo, we will say this is how we want to live. Yoruba people will say this is how they want. Ijo, everybody. So you begin to come together according to your shared common values. That's what we're talking about, constitutional reconstruction. You go back to the foundation. Not just putting everybody together and saying, what is identity of Nigeria? This one is scratching. Oh, we need to find identity of Nigeria. No. It's going to be the identity of the components of the Nigeria. There we have their own identity. That's self-determination. Then we will say constitutionally, this is what we want to do. And then in the center, we will say what to share. If it's military, we want to share. We say, okay, we are going to fund military. If it is currency, we want to share. If it is license, we want to share. We will now say, this is our own contribution. So what we have now is inverted federalism. That's why it will never work. Federalism is supposed to start from down and they go up. So thank you so much, our viewers, our wonderful viewers and members of this truth community. Those that are seeing us for the first time, we have a lot of videos that we continue, they're out over 1,000. Subscribe, and then so that you understand. This conversation will continue next week. Please, thank you very much, everyone. My sister, are we done?
Yes, we are. So for the ALOC video, it's on our platform. You can go look it up. It's actually very educational. I had my 26-year-old daughter watch it. She went and did more deeper dive and sent me videos and lectures. I said, oh my God, I have started something.
Yes.
She's like, why are we not promoting this? Why are we running this other system,
Exactly.
So it's actually a good thing. So until next week, brothers and sisters, please, our brother Ijele is still going through it. As you can hear, he has accumulated millions in fighting this religious criminal case against him. So if we can help to fund his lawyers,
legal battle, right?
please, yes, please reach out. We need to help him get out of this mess. If not for anything, our brother has been telling us the truth. He may not have all the information like you think you should or whatever, but overall, he's actually doing a good job. And underneath, we know that he wants the best for our people. Until next week, brothers and sisters, have a wonderful day.